Hello students, today we are going to start unit number 2, that is stereochemistry of organic compounds. Now what do you mean by this stereochemistry? So here in this organic chemistry we always deal with organic compounds, means compounds having carbon in their structure. So whenever we study the three-dimensional study of any organic compound, we call it as a stereochemistry of that compound. Now why it is needed? It is essential to study the stereochemistry of any compound because in stereochemistry we get different stereoisomers, and as the different types of stereoisomers are there, because of the different arrangement of that atom in molecule, in space, or just within a molecule, we get different properties. We can see that physical properties as well as chemical properties of the compound differs, and therefore to understand the compound and with its properties, it is required to study its stereochemistry. And first of all, the stereochemistry of organic compound, or the foundation of this organic stereochemistry was laid by Jacob Pantone and Charles Lebel in 1874. Now, just see the concept of isomerism. Now, what is isomerism? When we are having compounds, two compounds, they both are having same molecular formula, but different arrangement of atoms in molecule, then that two compounds, they are known as isomers. They are isomers of each other, and the phenomenon of existence of this isomer is known as isomerism. Isomerism is classified in two types. You can see the tree. So isomerism is classified in two types. One is structural isomerism and the second one is stereoisomerism. This stereoisomerism is further classified in three types. First one is optical isomerism, second one is geometrical isomerism, and the third one is conformational isomerism. Now, the structural isomerism is again classified into six types. First one is chain isomerism, second is position isomerism, third is functional isomerism, fourth is metamerism, fifth is tautomerism, and sixth one is ring chain isomerism. So let's see, or let's discuss these six types of structural isomerism one by one. So we will start with the definition of structural isomerism. What is structural isomerism? The compound having same molecular formula but different arrangement of atoms within a molecule, means they are having different constitution only. Such type of isomers, they are known as structural isomerism. The phenomenon is known as structural isomerism, or it is also known as constitutional isomerism. Now let's see the six different types of structural isomerism. So we will start with the first type of structural isomerism, that is a chain isomerism. Now you can just imagine by the word, that is chain isomerism, means what the kind of carbon chain is present in the compound, whether it is a straight chain or it is a branched. Depending upon that, we get different isomers. So compound with the same molecular formula but differing in the nature of carbon chain, that is, it may be straight chain or it may be branched in a molecule, is said to be a chain isomerism. See examples. The first one, two compounds are there, N-butane and isobutane. Both are having same molecular formula, that is C4H10. But the N-butane is having straight carbon chain. But in case of isobutane, you can see a branch of carbon chain is there. And therefore, these isomers, they comes under chain isomerism. The second example is also given here, that is 2-butene, means 4 carbon containing compound, but one double bond is present on the first carbon, that compound is known as 1-butene, and the second compound is 2-methylpropene, where the branch of carbon is there, and here again on the first carbon double bond is there. Both are having same molecular formula, C4H8, but both comes under, because of the difference in their chain pattern, whether straight or branch, it comes under the chain isomerism. This is the first type of structural isomerism. Then second type is functional isomerism. Again, as the name said, functional means there must be difference in functional group in the compound. So the compound within same molecule with same molecular formula but differing in the type of functional group they possess, they are called as functional isomers, and the phenomenon is known as functional isomerism. You can get this point better way by taking example. So we are having the two compounds, one is dimethyl ether and another one is ethyl alcohol, but both are having same molecular formula, that is C2H6O. Now let's see the compounds. So first compound we written is there is dimethyl ether, where you can see oxygen linkage is there, ether linkage is there. So functional group is ether here. In second compound, that is CH3CH2OH, you can see here it possesses OH, means hydroxyl, as a functional group. So both these two compounds, they are having even though same molecular formula, but they possess different functional groups, and therefore both these compounds, they form a functional isomer and comes under functional isomerism. Now the third one is position isomerism. Again, that as name said, the position of double bond changes in the compound or position of any substituent changes here, that phenomenon is called as a position isomerism. Taking example, 1-butene and 2-butene, they are having same molecular formula C4H8. What is the difference? You can see in 1-butene, it is a 4 carbon containing compound where double bond is present on the first carbon, and therefore it named as 1-butene. In second compound, as you can see, again 4 carbon containing compound is there, but now the double bond it takes second position, and therefore we call it 2-butene, but both are having same molecular formula. So such a type of, here only what is the difference? Difference is only in position of double bond, and therefore 1-butene and 2-butene, they comes under position isomerism. They are position isomers. Second example is also given, 1-propanol, 2-propanol, having same molecular formula C3H8O. Again, what is the difference? Difference is only where the position of, what is the position of OH. In first case, OH is attached to first carbon, and in the second compound, OH is attached to second carbon, and therefore the name 1-propanol and 2-propanol. And as the difference of only position of that OH is here, again 1-propanol and 2-propanol comes under position isomerism. Then the fourth one is ring chain isomerism. So here again, as name clearly says, that ring and chain means one compound must be in a ring form, open ring form, and another compound must be in a chain form. So such a type of isomers, they are called as ring chain isomers, and the phenomenon is called as ring chain isomerism. Again, we are having two compounds with same molecular formula C3H8. First compound is propene. Propene means a 3 carbon containing compound where one double bond is present on the first carbon. So CH3CH double bond CH2. Then we have another compound where you can see 3 CH2 groups, they are attached, or they are attached in a cyclic form. Close ring structure is there. So again, having same molecular formula C3H6. So when such type of difference is there in two isomers having same molecular formula, that one is open chain, another is in a rings form, then that two isomers, they are called as a ring chain isomer, or the phenomenon call it as a ring chain isomerism. Then the fifth one is metamerism. Now here the compound with same molecular formula but differing in attachment of different carbon groups to a central atom in the molecule, it is called as a metamers, and the phenomenon is called as a metamerism. You can understand it better way by taking example of two compounds. So here you can see diethyl ether and methyl propyl ether. These are two compounds. They are having same molecular formula, that is C4H10O. Now concentrate on the first structure, that is diethyl ether. Obviously ether means oxygen linkage is there. On one side of oxygen you can see ethyl group is present, on the another side of oxygen also ethyl group is there, and therefore when we link two hydrocarbons by one oxygen linkage, it is called as a ether. Okay, so the name says as diethyl ether. In second compound you can see oxygen, one side of oxygen get linked to CH3 means methyl group, and another side of oxygen linked to propyl group. Now here what is the difference? Only what type of hydrocarbon is going to attach to that oxygen linkage. Otherwise molecular formula is same, and therefore such a type of isomers, they are called as metamers, and the phenomenon is known as metamerism. And the last one is tautomerism. Now here in tautomerism, compounds again they are having same molecular formula but differing in functional group. Now you may say that we already studied functional isomerism, then what is the difference between this tautomerism and functional isomerism? Yes, there is a difference between tautomerism and functional isomerism, because in functional isomerism we are having different functional groups but they are not in equilibrium form. Means in tautomerism what happens, we are having two functional groups in two compounds having same molecular formula, but that two compounds they are in exist in rapid equilibrium in solution or in liquid state, and which is exactly not happened in functional isomerism. So for taking we are taking example here, that is the specific one, that is ketoenol tautomerism. It is a very famous. So here two isomers you can see, one is ketoisomer, and in ketoisomer you can see a carbonyl compound, CO compound is there, and another one is enol. You can see carbon carbon double bond attached to OH. So these two forms, they are having same molecular formula but they exist in equilibrium with and form a different functional group, that is one is keto and another is enol, and therefore they comes under the isomerism, that is tautomerism. So these are all 6 types of structural isomerism.